Okay, I'm going to post another video. I'm getting a lot of comments, and I appreciate them. And they're very interesting, getting a lot of information.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good afternoon. Stay healthy.
Hello. Can I have one stamp, please?
One stamp. That's all you want, right?
Did you think it was illegal to film here?
I don't want to be on your camera.
Well, then you have to get a job in the private sector, ma'am. You're in public.
Okay, I'm not going to wait on you. You can go. I'm not
No, I need a stamp.
Right there.
Oh, no.
We refuse them.
Now, who put that sign up? You better get Scott back out here and have him sell me a stamp. You're not going to refuse to help me.
Yeah, I don't know why you got to come in here and cause trouble.
I just spoke to your supervisor about a very serious issue going on here at the post office, and he agrees with me.
I don't want you on. I don't want to be on your camera.
Well, it's a good thing you're not president, and I need to buy a stamp from you.
You are, though, right?
No, I'm just looking to buy a stamp, ma'am. And you're giving people bad information, not me. And you're
Not me.
No, that's not true. He is giving
ripping the money out of my hand now?
He's giving bad information.
What is your name?
You don't have to report everything. She's doing a good job. Thank her for that.
No, she's not doing a good job.
Yes, she is.
No, not at all.
She is.
No, well, you can support that in any way you want. No,
And I will.
I'll mind my own business, thank you.
All right, no, you don't, because you're videoing
Sure.
everything. But
So
that's
what-
okay. Have a nice
Of course it's okay. You have a nice day, too. What does she do? Go underneath the desk? Where'd she seriously just go? Scott.
The cameras have got to go. I'm sorry.
No, that's not actually true.
That is true.
That's fine.
That's not. Have you ever read your poster 7 that's hanging on the wall?
And we also see right here.
That's an illegal sign.
An
you don't
illegal
know what we're
sign.
doing here. So we had a very cordial conversation. Let's just.
Okay, so first of all, if he doesn't agree with the sign, it's illegal. Okay, and he says, you're putting out bad information. No. Jason Gutter Trash, the Signal 22, is putting out the, misinformation. Signal 22 means demented person, insane person. So if you ever run into this guy and you do have to call the police, tell him that you have a Signal 22. Okay? You'll get a little more support, and they'll be more prone to make an arrest. And you want to attract, you don't want to attract grass eaters to your call. You want to attract meat eaters, because they'll make the arrest and they'll have the support to do so. And you'll be doing everybody a favor by getting this guy out of the post offices.
Stay that way, Scott. I appreciate you. I told you I think you're doing a very good job. I appreciate you being on top of things here. But one person's feelings does not change the structure of the way the United States government functions.
And you want everybody to change the rules and take down the signs because of your feelings. This guy is completely insane. And so is his son, the fairy godmother.
People, you need to leave the facility, please.
I'm not going to leave the facility. You're out of your mind. You're going to call Federal Protection Services so they can educate you today? Why don't we get Homeland Security down here and they'll tell you what the deal is? And Scott was doing so well. Yeah? It's a shame. And she's, what is this sign? We refuse the right to, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone?
Yeah, that's actually true. I mean, and that sign does not have to be posted. But yes, if you're causing a disruption, yeah, they can refuse services. And you're not supposed to be filming back here in this area anyway.
For asking a question?
No, for being an
Where's
a-hole.
Poster 7?
It was right where we're standing.
Is that one right behind you too?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so everybody knows Poster 7, but for those of you who don't know, this is Poster 7, which is the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. There is a paragraph here, which is titled Photographs for News, Advertising, or Commercial Purposes, which outline the fact that we are allowed to be here taking pictures. It says photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings. Now, there's a lot of confusion with this. That's why it says or auditoriums when used for public meetings. So it doesn't mean that the lobby and the entrances and the foyers have to be being used for public meetings. It means if they have an auditorium, which most post offices do not, there can only be photographs taken in that auditorium when there's a public meeting taking place. Let's see. So, except where prohibited by official signs, which there are none, security force personnel, which there are none here, or authorized personnel, which there is nobody here that's authorized to change the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. That would come from somebody way higher up than Scott. Or a federal court order, which there is none, or rule. Other photographs may be taken only with the permission of the local postmasters. That means if you're not taking pictures for news, advertising, or commercial purposes, you need the permission of the postmaster. So it's very simple to understand.
Okay, let's notice how he flipped the script on this one. I have the excerpt of poster 7, which he's referring to, and it says, photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when used for public meetings, except where prohibited by official signs or security force personnel or other authorized personnel. Other authorized personnel would include the clerks. Okay, they say, no, you can't film in here. Now, it does not say, and if you look at the postal regulations even further, you'll find out they cannot film where the mail is taking place. They can't film the workers. They can't film the customers while they're being serviced. They can't film the money transactions. Poster 7's doesn't give you everything. It just gives you a brief thing. But he says, oh, wait, other authorized personnel. Well, they're not authorized to change the rules. No. But they're authorized to tell you to stop filming. Okay? So he spun this around deliberately. So it says, okay, it means I can do it because no one's authorized to do this. Okay, no. They are authorized to tell you not to film. All right? And that's fairly clear. But if you do further research into postal regulations and laws, there's even more support. And yes, they can refuse services if you're acting up or if it's disruptive. But anyway, the post office doesn't know the rules very well, but they have a lot of rules that allows them to handle people like this Signal 22, Jason Gutter Trash, and his son, the fairy godmother. And here we have another situation. This is what I'm noticing right there. You got the cop with his back turned, and you got the shooter on the right. That's the fairy godmother, Jason's son. That's what I call the shooter. Okay, he's doing a dry run for shooting somebody in the back. There's just too much evidence to ignore, so that's why I say it's only a matter of time before one of these guys shoots a cop in the back. And those bulletproof vests, even if it stops a bullet, it may not save your life. A lot of cops have been shot, even though they wore bulletproof vests. The bullet did not always go through. Usually it won't go through. It'll stop the bullet, but you can still die of internal bleeding, broken bones, and it can still do a lot of damage and cause you great injuries, and yes, even fatalities. So it depends on the caliber of the bullet and the range and the quality of the vest. And I think these police departments, they're being mismanaged, and they don't seem to care about their officers too much. Being a former Leo myself, I can see it. But here on the right is what I call the shooter, okay? And that guy's doing a dry run, and look how close well, just watch this.
I mean, we already have it. I'm just asking if you started it. If you didn't, it's fine.
The guy is right-handed, but he carries the camera in his left hand, okay? And he, too, is a Signal 22. I guess he just chooses to be that way and probably hereditary.
Is that guy with the backpack a police officer? Yeah, now he's got nothing to say.
No, he's not.
So I was just surprised that he allowed him to walk through the scene.
Okay.
Amazing. He didn't have a camera, I guess. That's what it is, huh?
Okay, the scene was concluded. So a scene may, whether it's an accident scene or a crime scene or whatever, they may have time to put up the tape. They may not. If the scene concludes, then it's no longer a crime scene. Okay? So the important thing to remember here is that this guy is completely out of his mind. I'm talking about Jason Gutter Trash. And he should be dealt with that way, and he should be viewed with that way. You're not going to reason with them. You're not going to use logic. Hopefully you won't run into them. If you do, personally, I'd call the cops and report a signal 22. And then be there when the cops are there and give them the ammunition you need. Post offices, they should have called the police on them. Police, you need to make a report when people harass you and interfere with your investigations. You're not doing that. All you have to do is get an ID from him. Of course, he's going to refuse, so you're going to have to make an arrest. Okay? Now, you're going to have to back yourselves up. And I really kind of question the motives of these managers that these policemen work for. And the thing is, as a police officer, you need to work for you need to think for yourself, okay? And when I say think for yourself, think about your safety, think about your family, because in many cases, your superiors are not. Okay, so I'm just giving a shout out to the policemen to do a better job watching your back.